Hi everyone, hope you're all having a great day. We all know that language is a powerful thing, and today I'm going to talk about why its ability to shape our understanding of mental health is particularly interesting. So, where to start? Language is everything really, pivotal to how everything is perceived. And arguably one of the greatest examples of language exerting its influence is in the language surrounding mental health. Note that I said mental health, not mental ill health, and certainly not mental illness. The latter two terms are bandied about quite a bit, but the recovery movement argues that they can be damaging in the extreme. Those two terms again, mental ill health and mental illness. Just to be clear here, I'm not the kind of person who denies the existence of mental health difficulties. On the contrary, like a great many of us, I've experienced firsthand what our minds are capable of, and I've spoken with numerous others whose lives have been torn apart by challenges of the mental health variety. It's very real, very damaging, very distressing. When our mental health falls apart, powerlessness, listlessness, anxiety, lethargy, apathy, depression, these are some of the things that set in, and it's no fun for anyone involved. Now, the way something is described and framed shapes all subsequent understanding of how and what and why it is. These descriptions steer discussions and the types of support available in certain directions, and that's what's happened in the realm of mental health over the years. And in particular, psychiatry adopted the medical model approach and started using words like disorder, illness, disease, mental illness. And their approach encompassed things like psychopathology, interest centered on the disorder, anti-disease, treatment-based, doctors and patients diagnosis. This is all fine and good. We need ways and words to describe things, and these words, along with the labels psychiatry came up with, well, they served a purpose, and I personally don't believe psychiatry set out to do any harm. But harm they did, and harm they still do. If we contrast this with the terms and philosophy of the recovery movement, we'll see that recovery talks about a distressing experience. The interest is centered on the person, it's pro-health, strengths-based, experts by experience, and personal meaning. It couldn't be starker. One is anti-disease, the other pro-health. One treatment-based, the other strengths-based. Such vastly different ways of framing the same thing. The one that really stands out for me is the contrast between the way in the medical model the interest is centered on the disorder, whereas in the recovery movement the interest is centered on the person. Do we really want someone to sit across from us and place more emphasis on the terminology surrounding what they're calling a disorder, or do we want them to focus more on the person, on what life is like for that person, about what their particular mental health difficulty means for them, about how they cope with the challenge it presents for them, about the unique ways in which they understand the human condition as seen through their eyes and through the prism of their particular challenge? I know what I'd choose every time. Person-centered, strengths-based, personal meaning. There's no contest really, is there? If we throw around terms like disease and illness and disorder and mental illness, we are taking a deficit-oriented approach. If we talk about strengths and health and personal meaning, we're taking a person-centered approach. And that wins every time. Language is probably the most powerful tool of all, isn't it? That's it for part 1. Check out part 2 where I tease out my argument a little more and address what might be seen as an oversimplification contained within it. See you in a minute, and thank you.